Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel, back again to remind you that this video has been brought to you in part by the fine folks over at Trendy Butler. By now, you know the deal. Life is hard, it's hectic, sometimes you don't get the chance to do what you want to do, what you need to do, and that includes shopping for clothes that both make you look good and are comfortable. Thankfully, there's a service like Trendy Butler that sends a brand new outfit to your house every month, takes all the guesswork out, it takes all the hassle out of it. They've done wonders for me, helped me be way more productive, look nicer, and I know they can do the same for you too. So head on down to the description, check out Trendy Butler, tell them your good pal Cape Joel sent you, and with that, let's get to the brand new video, shall we?
Is the Dark Knight in the middle of a conspiracy, and what will he do once he finds out the truth? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman issue number 59 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so this brand new issue takes place in both the past and the present. In the past, Batman is confronting Penguin over the attempted murder of Alfred and who's been hiring him. And in the present, Batman makes a beeline for Arkham Asylum to confront Bane over all of the misery that he's wrought in Batman's life. Now, why exactly Batman has to show up all gung-ho and almost get into a fight with Arkham security is beyond me. You figure with all the money he throws around as Bruce Wayne, they would just let him through the front door. This scene will actually make less sense as we go further on in the comic, so I figured I'd bring it up now. Back in the past, the Penguin spills his guts to Batman, saying that it was Bane who has been pulling all of these strings all along, that he is in complete control of Arkham Asylum and all the patients and security therein. Which, seriously, why does anyone even work at Arkham Asylum anymore if it becomes so easy to get taken under the sway of a supervillain? Joker did it before in the beginning of the New 52, and now Bane's doing it again. Oh, but wait, we have even more revelations this issue. Remember all those women who showed up dead with lowered body temperatures and clots in their brain? Batman thought Mr.Freeze had done it, and because he was so upset of his marriage falling apart, he beat Mr.Freeze almost to death and then went out of his way to manipulate a trial to make sure Freeze got off. Well, it turns out Penguin was actually behind those. He did it because Bane told him to, for some reason. Maybe Bane wanted Batman to get all mad so he would almost kill Mr. Freeze, so then he would feel bad about himself, but no, that can't possibly be, because in the present, Batman comes to interrogate Bane in his cell in Arkham by brutally beating him near death. Keep in mind, Bane never fights back during all of this and acts catatonic and childlike. Okay, so it was bad to beat up Mr. Freeze because Batman was feeling upset, but it's okay to beat Bane up because he's feeling bad. Tom King is the master of undercutting himself. Now, in the past, Batman doesn't believe that Bane could do all of this. Furthermore, he says that if Penguin really is willing to turn against this guy, then he pretty much signed his own death warrant. Penguin agrees because he has his own death wish right now following the murder of his wife Penny. You know, the secret wife we never heard about until right now, but we're supposed to feel really bad about. Also, hey, characters acting suicidal, take a shot for another Tom King trope. Oh, but you haven't heard the best part yet. You see, Penguin is so dedicated to seeing Bane brought down for what he did to his lady love, he is willing to go back to jail to be murdered, so that will motivate Batman to get the job done. Geez, where does this fall in Batman's ever-evolving weird morality? I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm not gonna stop you from killing yourself in a highly elaborate way. Of course, he seemingly does believe Penguin because he goes to Arkham to talk to Bane. He doesn't get anything out of him, and eventually the beating gets so bad Gordon has to intervene. Gordon says that Batman has gone too far and that Bane has been catatonic since the Dark Knight brought him in, and Gordon knows this because, wait for it, Gordon has been watching Bane this whole time? Yeah, search me as to how the commissioner of police in a crime-ridden city like Gotham found time to watch this dude every hour of every day to make sure he wasn't up to anything evil. An incensed Batman also ends up hitting Gordon. Yeah, a man who is tantamount to a surrogate father to him, he just hits him across the face. Gordon retaliates by saying that if Batman doesn't leave Arkham right now, he's gonna call the Justice League on him. Again, how Gordon can get in touch with the Justice League is beyond me, but it's a threat that he pulls out. As the comic winds down, a haggard and beaten Batman begins to wonder aloud to himself if Bane really is evil or if he's finally cracked under the pressure. Oh, but get ready for a twist, because as the comic ends, Bane smiles. It turns out this beating was also part of his highly elaborate, complex, layered plan, only that's not a twist at all, because if you've been reading the book, you would already know that. And so that was Batman issue number 59, everybody, and I'm honestly kind of at a loss for words here. If you watched these videos for a while, while, you'll know one of my biggest complaints about Tom King's work on Batman is his inability to explain things that should be obvious. Here we get a ton of answers to a ton of hanging questions, it's just that the answers are ridiculous. But I think more than anything where this issue falls short is by highlighting once again just how unlikable Tom King's version of Batman is. He's overly paranoid, overly aggressive, completely self-centered, totally blind to things that are happening right in front of him, and this would be fine in another story that was a deconstruction of Batman, or maybe an Elseworlds take on him. It's not that writers can't do this. In fact, I think Sean Gordon Murphy did a pretty good job writing a more antagonistic Batman in Batman White Knight just recently. The problem is, this is the mainline, main universe Batman book, and if Batman is so horribly unlikable in his own book, who am I supposed to root for anymore? Who's the protagonist in this story anymore? Once again, I will say the only true saving grace is the artwork. It looks really nice, and it's the only reason I don't give it any lower than a 5 out of 10.